Hello and welcome back to a very second video session of our WordPress classes. Today we are going to look at the following topics. I remember in the previous video we talked about how to create a website of WordPress from scratch, and I hope you didn't miss it. If you miss it, then check the link in the description. You'll be able to see the video that we began with. So this is the second session for the second class of our WordPress course. So let us start. So this is what you're going to look at today. We're going to look at how to access your WordPress website and how to use WordPress admin panel. We're going to learn how to use the WordPress toolbar. So if you didn't know what is meant by WordPress toolbar, we're going to look at it in this video. We're going to learn what is meant by a post. You're going to learn the difference between a WordPress post and the WordPress page. We shall learn how to create a new post, and then we shall introduce some features in the WordPress post editor, and then also we shall learn how to format our post and the content inside the post. We shall also learn the quick shortcuts of WordPress in this video. We shall also learn how to create and edit some links inside the WordPress post. So we have a lot to do, so let's get started. So we begin by this point, accessing the WordPress website. So we should all know that WordPress website has two sides. I repeat, a WordPress website has two sides. The side of the visitors, or the people who visit our website, that is one side, and also the side of the administrators, or we who own the website, we the one who control the website. We have also our side. So that makes it to have two sides. So this side of visitors, or the customers, or people who visit our website, is called the front end. We normally call it front end, and we can access that site when we are not logged in. For example, here I'm not logged into my WordPress, so I can access this information, this content, like a post. I can access archives, I can reply, I can comment. So these things that we can access, we call them the front end. That is one side of WordPress website. The other side, we can access it after logging in, and that will be the side for the administrators, we who own the website. If we want to add a content in our website, we must log in first. So to log in, I simply click on login button here, or sometimes you may not see that login button in the website, but if you want to access that website, the login page, you can simply click go to your website and put on your link, put a stroke and then write WP, then put dash and the word admin. So by doing that, you will be able to see the same page of logging in. Let me zoom so that you can see things properly. So I'm going to log in here with my credentials. Remember in the previous video, I told you to not forget the username and password when you are creating this website. So if you forgot, then you have to contact me, or you have to create a new project of WordPress. So I'm going to put here my username was admin and my password was pass, and then I click on remember password if I want to be remembered. But this password, always keep it protected. Me, I'm using it because it is public website. So I'll log in. So when I log in, I'm going to see the second side that we talked about. Remember, we said it has two sides: the side of the visitors and the side of administrators. So if I log in successfully, I'll be able to see this side. We call it dashboard, and this is the side of the administrators. So if I want to go to the main website, I can move my mouse here, and you see the link will come here, visit site. So if I click on visit site, it will take me to the side of of the public. But remember, we did not have this black panel here. We did not have it until we logged in. So this one will only be displayed to to administrators. Let me go to another browser, Firefox, and open the same website. You see, we don't have that black administration panel. Why? Because we are not logged in. But in this Google Chrome, we are logged in. That's why I can see that black administration panel. So those are the two sides that we are talking about. If you want to go back to the dashboard, you move your mouse here and then click on dashboard, and then you'll go back to your dashboard. If you want to go to the public, again, you move your mouse here and go back to the public. So this dashboard will enable us to manage our what? To manage our website. And this other side will enable our users or the visitors to access the content inside our website. So those are the two sides that I was talking about. So let us continue. That's how we access WordPress website. So we're going to look at the administrators panels. So let me select this one as done. So I'll come back in this side of login. So administrators panel, you can access it when you're at administrators dashboard. And to go to administrators dashboard, you simply click on the name of your website if you're logged in here on top, and then you'll be able to see this dashboard. So let us look at this is what you call administrators what? Panel, admin panel, this one. Okay, so this will give you a different abilities to manage your website. For example, you see here we have dashboard, then you have here post, then you have all posts. So if you want to see all the posts, right now we don't know the meaning of a post, I assume, but you have to see the all posts, then you have to click here, and then you'll be able to see the what? The whole post. You can add a new post, you can manage the category of a post, you can manage the what? The tags. Then you can come here to media, then you have pages. Right now we're just exploring this administrators panel. We can access the comments of people who are commenting on our page, on what? On our posts. We have the appearance. We shall look at all these features later. But you see settings, all the settings are here also. But at this moment, I just wanted to show you this panel, which is called the administrators admin panel, and you can access it only when you are logged in. It will enable us to perform different features, or different functions on our WordPress website to manage it. So that's administrator dashboard or panel. So let us look at another one. This is administrators toolbar. So admin toolbar is this black thing that you see here. This was admin panel. Then if I go back the side, admin toolbar is this black thing that you see here. This will give us some quick access to most used thing that we always use in WordPress website. For example, if I move my mouse over here, new, you see I will have new post, new media, new page, or creating a new user. So this toolbar, it will give us quick access other than coming to the dashboard. For example, coming to the dashboard, and then I click on maybe I click on post, and then I come to add new. So instead of doing that, I can simply access that feature within one step using the admin's toolbar. Okay, and how did you access using admin toolbar? I just simply move my mouse over this word new, and then I'll have new post. You see, new post. So other than using the other three steps, you can just use this one step. You can read the comments. You can even log out. Other than going to the dashboard and look for the logout button, you can log out. So in simple terms, this admin toolbar, it gives us ability to access our most common features in a faster way. It's just a shortcut to most used features of WordPress website for the administrators. So we go to another thing. That's what we call admin toolbar. So we look at what is at a post. Okay, so what is a post? A post, how should I say it even? Okay, we need to put content in our website. So to put content in our website, we create something called a post. Just like you go on your Facebook, and if you want to put your content in your Facebook account, you have to create a post. I think you know that. For example, if I come here, let me show you. If I want to let me go to Facebook. You see, all these are posts. These we call them posts. Can you see? All these, what people are writing, okay? What people are writing, can you see? It's loading slowly. But I hope you're seeing. All these are what? We call them Facebook posts. Facebook posts. These content that people add in a Facebook page, we call them Facebook posts. So likewise to WordPress, everything that you're going to add to our website is going to be a post. But in our WordPress website, we shall be given bigger and higher control to create a post other than Facebook. For example, on Facebook, if I want to create a post, I'll simply come here, create a post. And what do they allow me to use? They allow me to use either text and what? And some pictures and some videos. But I cannot express myself. Maybe I want to put a video and a picture and some headings and a list. I cannot be able to express myself. But with WordPress, we are going to see how we can express ourselves in a higher and higher way than a Facebook post. So these are posts. So I hope you've understood what it meant by a post. If you want the definition of a post, you can come to Google and say, what is a post? And then they'll tell you the exact definition of a post. What is a post? Then, not postcode, I said post. So they'll tell you what is meant by a post, okay? A long side of piece, whatever. But for me, I'll just explain it in practical way. So a content that we shall add to our website, in our website we call it a what? We call it a post. Okay? So I'll give an example of this website. You see? This is a New Vision website. It is a website for news based in Uganda. And you see, everything that we see here is a post. For example, this picture and this content is a post. This picture and this content is a post. Everything that we see almost is a what? Is a post. So in simple terms, I hope you've understood what is meant by a post. For example, I can read this post. If I want to read this post, I just simply click here. And then I'll see more details about this post. I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that. So a post is the content that we add in our WordPress website. Also, this one is a what? Is a post. So we are going to learn in this video how to create a post. But before I learn how to create a post, let us look at a WordPress page. So a WordPress page is also a post. I know you may be confused, but a WordPress page is also a post. But just like Facebook, you know, you can create a Facebook page and you can create a Facebook post. Both of them, they add content in our site, in our website. But still, there's a difference. A WordPress page is a post, but there's also a difference. A page, we don't... Okay. A page is a post that we don't usually create every time. I repeat. A page is a post also, but is a post that we don't create every time. Example of a page, we can have the About Us page. You see, if you scroll down here, you shall see opinion, About Us. I think, I don't know whether they have them here. You see the opinion, the e-paper. These are pages, specific page. If you want to read the magazine for this website, you'll see a magazine for this website. Let me go to another website and I show you which website should I go to. Let me see. News. Okay. Let me just search any website here for news, Fox News, and then I'll show you what is meant by a page. So all these are posts. Everything is a post here. But a page, let me show you a page. I hope this is not endless scroll. So a page, you can see here, Science and Technology. This is a specific page. Can you see this one? Terms of use. Let me zoom that you can see. Terms of use. This is a specific page. It is not a post. Updated privacy and policy. This is a page, not a post. Something that is static, that we are not going to change today or tomorrow. There we create a post. But we create a what? A page. This is a page, About Us page, a Contact Us page, Help page, Accessibility page. These are what we call page. Something that is going to be there static inside the website that will not change today or tomorrow. Those are called pages. But something that you create anytime you get an idea, let me write about food, then you create that, then you'll need to create a what? A post. For example, these ones, every day they create new ones. Can you see these news? Every time they create these news. So these ones are what? These ones are posts. These ones are posts. Everything that you see here is a what? Is a post. But a page is that static page that you don't change every time. For example, Contact Us page, About Us page, Our Team page, Terms and Privacy page, terms and condition page, something like that. So a page, in simple terms, is something that you're not going to change today or tomorrow, and you can think and give an example, contact us page and others, etc. A post is something that is not specifically permanent. Anytime you can create a new post. When you want to add something new, you create a post. So those one are what you call posts. Pages, static. Post, dynamic. Anytime you can add a new post. For example, this one, the one that we see here. Let me conclude with the one example. You see this post. It is on what? On Fox News. But I'm seeing this post here. These things that I'm calling posts. Okay. But if I come after 1 week, I'll not find the same things. So if you don't find the same things, then know those were what? Those were posts. You'll find other new things. But if I come back, even after 1 week, I'll find these links. And these links, for example, if I click on this link, it will take us to a page. This is what we call a page. Because even if I come back after 1 week, I'll find the terms and condition page is still there. So in simple terms, I hope you've understood what is meant by a post and what is meant by a page. A post, something when you get an idea, you can create a post. Even on Facebook, when you get any idea, you can create a post. You see, Facebook, anytime you want, you create a post. But not anytime you want, you create a Facebook page. A Facebook page you create when you have really thought about an idea, and this idea is going to be permanent, and then you need to create a what? A Facebook page. But for a post, anytime you get an idea, simple idea, you just post. And that's why you see, every time they will change. What you see here in a post, they'll change every time. But for example, this page, UNEWS24, is something that you think about for lifetime, even like 10 months or 1 year, and you create only a single page in the whole year. But the post that you create in a website, I mean in a Facebook, you cannot count them in that you create that in what? In 1 year. So post is static. I mean, page is static, something that is not going to change today or tomorrow. A post is something that is going to change anytime. So I hope you've understood that. So let us go to something else. So how do you create a new post? So you have now understood the meaning of a post. It will enable us to add content in our website. Now we are going to learn how to create a new WordPress post. Okay, so let's see how we put content in our website. So to put content in our website, we simply come to dashboard, and then come to posts, and then add new post. Or you can use our shortcut using our toolbar by moving over new and then post. So by doing that, you'll be given a space where you can add your content. Okay? So point number 1, every WordPress post must have a what? Must have a title. Must have a title. So I'm going to create a title for our WordPress post. I'm going to try to mimic this post. I'm going to create a post like this one exactly in our WordPress post. So I'll begin with the title. So to save time, I'll simply come copy this, but it's not recommended for you to copy title of someone. You have to create your own content. I repeat, you have to create your own content. Me, I'm just copying because I want to save time. I want to save time. So I'll copy this. Then I'll come and paste here, okay, in the title. So that will be our title. So after creating a title, then you come to this right hand navigation bar. Can you see this part? It is recommended, you can first start creating the content, but it is recommended to first complete this side. So let us look at one by one the meaning of each part here in this side, right hand side navigation. So we begin. There is status and visibility. You see, these things are collapsible. We can collapse, you can expand them. Can you see? I can collapse this, I can expand it. I can expand, I can collapse. I can expand, I can collapse. Okay? So we are going to look at each section. So the section number 1 is status and visibility. So I can simply click there, and then we look at what is meant by status and visibility. Number 1, we have, I'll zoom in so that you can focus here and see what I'm trying to explain. So we have, if I click on document, we have public, visibility public. So by default, it means that if I publish this one, it will go to public. But still, WordPress gives you more control. On this, you can click here and then you modify. So by default is public, so it means that if I publish this post, automatically everyone who visits my website, they'll see this post, they'll be able to see this post. But I can make it private. Making it private, it means that this post, it will be shown to people who are logged in to my website. I repeat, if I select private, it means that this post will be shown only to the people who are logged in to my website. The second one is a password. So this password, the third one is password. This password will enable us to protect our WordPress, our post. In case I want this post to be shown to people who have the password, I can put a password and I protect it. So it means that no one will be able to see this post unless they have the password that I have shared and that I created here and share with them. So those are 3 ways how we can create a public WordPress post can be visible to people who visit our website. So let me put it back to public here, so that when I finish, it should go straight to public. So I'll click that. Visibility is over. So we have here publish time. So if I leave it at immediately, it means that when I post this post, automatically it will go to the public. But WordPress gives us ability to schedule this post. For example, if I click here, I can say this post should be displayed after 2 days. So I can select the date when this post should be posted automatically. So that's the power of WordPress. I can even change the time. I can say maybe this post should be posted at midday or at midnight or tomorrow at this time. So this will be, this publish will give us ability to schedule our post. I can even say it should be posted on 30th of this month. So it will be offline. After publishing, it will remain offline until 30th this month. Then it will go online. So you can as well create your post like that. In that kind, you can create even like 20 posts and then leave them until the day you want. And leave them until and schedule them to the day you want. You can even go and make this post to appear as if it was posted some time back by selecting the back date. You see, you go to the past and you can also create a past post. So I'm going to leave this post to be at today's date, which is 28th of this month of April, so that when I publish immediately, this post should go to the public. So that's it, and that's what I meant by publish. So I can it means that you can schedule your post with WordPress. You can say it should automatically post itself like after 2 days by that power. So I can make this post to be sticky, so it means that it will always appear on the home page. I can unselect it. So that's the first section for status and visibility. So we come to permalink. So this permalink is a link that will be created in a Word for our post. It is recommended to just leave it the way it is because this link is created regarding to our title. So Google search or the search engine, they'll simply understand what you're talking about by just reading the link itself. But still, you're not limited to that. You can change this link, and if it is valid, it will be allowed for you it will be allowed to be acting as a valid link. Okay, but this moment I can leave it the way it is, but you have a right to change it. Okay, then I can collapse this permalink part. Then I come to categories. Categories, another chapter. We shall look at it later, not in this post, but we shall look at this later. So we come to tags. So tags, these keywords that you think people will search in your website to get this content, or that you think people will search on a search engine to get this content. For example, I can put my first tag. I want, if someone search for COVID-19, then if I want to separate this tag, I put comma, then it will be made like that. Maybe if I want someone, if try to search Norway COVID, I'll put Norway COVID, then I put comma. So it means that if someone searches Norway COVID, my post will have chances of doing what? of appearing in the search engine. Okay, so you have to put here your tags in a way that your post should appear on top. Otherwise, if you don't put the right tags, then your post may not appear in the search engine. As well as people who visit your website, they may not fail to get the right content. So you just pick the keywords. Otherwise, these keywords, there is also another full chapter called SEO, search engine optimization, of how to select right keywords that people will search for, and your post will have ability to appear in the search engine. There's another complete course for that, which is called SEO, search engine optimization, because there are thousands and thousands of websites which are writing about millions and millions of websites which are writing the same topics. But when I search something on Google, it will show me only first how many results? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will show us 10 search results. But remember, there are millions and millions who are writing the same content. So what should we do to see that we appear on the first page? That's another chapter. And to begin that chapter, we begin it with these tags. We call it search engine optimization. We shall look at it in front there as we proceed. So we come to the featured image. The featured image is the front photo that this post will, is the front photo that, how should I say, is the photo that will be displayed to the visitor when they visit our website, to represent just the content inside this post. For example, if I visit this post, if I visit this website, let me go to their homepage. You can see I have a picture and content, a picture and a title, a picture and a title, a picture and a title. Then if I click on a certain picture, and then they'll give me the whole details. So this picture, this one that represents a post, we call it a featured image. We call it a what? A featured image. This picture that is representing a what? A post. We call them featured image. I hope you've understood that. For example, this is our post and this is our featured image. Let me save this image and use it as my featured image as well. So I'll put it at desktop maybe, and then I'll come here to my website and then select the what? The featured image. So to do that, I'll simply click there, set featured image. Then there is what we call media library. We shall look at that later. But if I want to upload a featured image, these are the image that are already in my library. I can upload a new one by simply drag and drop it, or by clicking on upload and then click on select. Then you go to the right place where your image is, which is here maybe, and then where did I put it? I think it's in downloads. Can I see it? To save time, I'll just drag and drop it. I don't know where I saved it. Drag and drop it. Then this image will be set as the featured image. So there are some information that you have to put for this featured image. For example, if I want to tell the search engine what is inside this featured image, it is very good to tell the search engine, or to tell your the Google search that this is the content inside the image. So I can say, maybe I can write here that to do that, we'll tell it through this alt text. So I can say Norway COVID. Is it even what is inside the picture? I don't know. So you have to write the description of what is inside the picture here. Then here is the title. It means that in case I want to reuse this photo, I'll have to search this title. So I will keep it here. So the title, it has nothing to do with the photo, but it will help us when we want to reuse this photo. Maybe I will have like 1,000 images and they are not all shown on our page. So if I want to search a certain image here, I'll have to write its title. So it's better to put here the title of the of the image. Then you have a caption. You know what is meant by caption? This is the description of this image. I can even copy this caption, and then I come and paste it here. So this will be the caption for this image that I have uploaded. Then the description and caption, they're almost the same. Then also here they'll give you a link to where your image has been uploaded. So if I copy this link and I paste it maybe on a tab, or I send it to a friend, they will see the image directly, okay, just without passing anywhere. That link is shown here. So these are the information that you need to put on a what? On an image. They are optional, but they help for your website to be good for the users who are using it, as well as to be good to perform well on search engines, because they describe what is inside the photo. Otherwise they are option, and if you leave them, then you risk not to perform good on search engine. Then I'll click here, set as featured image, then to process, then it will be set as our featured image, like that. So that's how we set a featured image. So you have to expert. Expert is the information that describes about this post, just a short description of this post, and it is optional. You can either put it there or leave it. If you want to learn more about experts, you can click on this link and then you'll see more information about expert. Okay, what is meant by expert? So it's just, in simple terms, just a short description about this post. I can even put maybe this caption to be our short description, but it is what? It is optional. Then we come to discussions tab. The discussion tab is to allow people to comment to a post or not. Remember, if I come back down here on this post, you see, they give me ability to leave my comment here. So if I want also to leave, to put the to enable this comment part in our website, I'll have to check this one, allow comments. So by doing that, you have attributes. You can leave this one the way it is. Ping backs, this one allow people to share, and then the featured image will be shown. So those are the things that you need to set before publishing your what? Publishing a post. If you want to look at them back, then you have to scroll the video back and then look at them, or you can pass through them by practicing with yourself. So I'll click on update or publish. So when I click on publish, this post will go direct to the what? To the public. So if I click here on view post, then we shall have our post there. That is our post. Can you see? COVID-19 kids return to school in Norway. So you can see that is our what? That is our post. Our featured images here. Our description is here. Our content, how did you call it? The expert content is there. But there is no content in this post. We just learned how to set the featured image and then most essential things in our post, but we did not put any content in this post. So let us see how to put content. So to put content, we have to click back on edit here. So when you're viewing a post, you see, if I come back here, I'm on the home page. I've not selected any post. The edit button is not there. So this toolbar is intelligent because we have not selected any post. But if I click on a post, you'll see the edit button will come there. So if I want to edit this post, I can simply click on this edit and then it will take me back to the place of edit. Also, edit is also down there after the post. If you're logged in, you'll be able to see the edit below the post. Also, you can find the edit. You can find the edit by coming to the, let me click here. By coming to posts and then come to the post that you posted. Then you'll be able to edit. So I'm going to edit this post and then add there some content. So let us begin and learn how to create content, because we want to put content like this inside our what? Inside our post. So to put content, first you have to click on this plus. Okay, this plus or this plus. Or by simply clicking here, you'll be able to write your first paragraph. So to create a first paragraph, let me show you how you do it. You can simply click here and then you start writing a paragraph, or click on this plus and then you'll see paragraph. But before we learn how to put content, the content of WordPress, everything is be seen as a block. A block, it means that something that is totally separate from another. It has no effect to another thing. So if I want to create my block here for the first paragraph, for example, this first paragraph, let me copy it. I'll simply come here and click on what? On this plus, and then say add block. Now, before I start adding blocks, Our blocks are grouped. You see, I can collapse, I can expand. Okay, our blocks are grouped into the following: most used blocks. If I expand, we shall see the most used blocks. And then we have the common blocks. Okay, these are the common blocks. We have formatting blocks, we have layout elements, we have widgets and embeds. So those are the categories of WordPress blocks. So I want to put my first block, so I'll click here, and then you see the most used blocks. So let us first look at most used blocks, and then we shall come to others later. So the most used one is paragraph. So I'll click on paragraph. So when I click on that, automatically they'll bring me here a place where I can place my first paragraph. So I'll paste there to save time. Then I have my first paragraph. So if I publish or update this one, I'll be able to see this paragraph inside our post. So before we go to something else, let us first play with all the possibilities that we can do on this paragraph. So number one, we have this one. This one will enable us to switch this paragraph to other possible things. To other possible blocks, such as a heading, a list, a quote, a group, a formatted text, or a verse. So that's the first thing. The second one will enable us to align our paragraph. So if this paragraph I want to be centered, I'll click here, and then this paragraph will be centered. If I want to be left align, right align, I'll click here, then it will be right aligned. So that's how we format this paragraph. So let's go to something else. We have finished that. We look at this bold. So to bold something, maybe I want this primary school to be bolded. I'll first select it, and then I click on this B, then it will be bolded like that one. Okay. So if I want this to be in italics things will be like lying, slash. We just select them and then click on this one. Can you see? That is how the italics looks like. Let me zoom so that you can see properly. That's how the italics looks like. We have the third thing, which is a link. So here there's another big business that you have to learn. So to create a link will enable people to visit another part of our website, either within our website or outside our website. So if I want people to learn about coronavirus, you see at this moment it is not a link. So I'll have to, let me first update, and we see our post. So I'll click here and open it, a new tab, and then this is our post. Can you see? And this is our paragraph has come, and this is our bolded, this is our italics. Okay, but I want this coronavirus to be in a form of a link. Okay, so that if someone clicks on this link, it can be taken to the Wikipedia of coronavirus, and then they can read about it. So if I want to do that, I'll have to select it first, and then I click on this link. Can you see? Link. Or you can press Ctrl-K to make a shortcut of a link. So I click on this link, and then they'll ask me to put here the link. So maybe let me search here COVID-19, coronavirus, and then maybe I want people to be redirected to this Wikipedia page if someone clicks on what? On coronavirus. So I'll just copy this and then come and paste it here as our link. So after, I'll have to click on submit. So this link will be in this form. But this link, let me first update and I show you a problem. If I refresh, you see, this one is now clickable. So that's how we create links. It can be any kind of a link. It can be a link to your Facebook page. It can be a link to another product. It can be a link to another website. You just be creative and see how you can use these links to make different things. So if I click on this link, you see a problem. This link replaces our website, which is not good. So it's good, like if it is an external link, it should open in a new tab automatically. So to do that, I'll have to come here and again click on this link, and then you see open a new tab. I check this. Then if I update, I come and refresh. Always make external links. This is external link to open a new tab. But if it is a link within your website, you don't need to check that open a new tab. Do it when it is external link. So if I click here, you see it opens in another tab. So when the users or the visitors finish reading what they were reading, they can come back to what? To our original website. So it is always better. External links, put them in a what? Open in a new tab. Okay, that's how it is recommended. But if it is within the same website, within your post, then you don't need to open a new tab. So that's all about links. So to create a link, highlight the text in a paragraph and then click on this link, then be able to do that. So let us look at more things about this. We have inline code. So if you put there inline code, WordPress will enable you to write your code inside of what? Inside your post, if you know some basics of HTML. So if you want to put an inline image, you can click on inline image and then it will be inserted. Maybe you want to put an emoji, maybe you want to put a small image, something like that. You can add it by just putting an inline image. If you want to strike through some text, if I want this text to be crossed, I can click here and then I say strike through, then it will be striked. If I want to change the color of some text, maybe this no row I want to be green, so I can select it and make it and click there and say text color, and I can change this color. I can even click on custom colors and then I change to any color that I want. You see, maybe I want it to be blue. Okay, this kind of color. So when I click and release, then you see it will be that color. How do you do that? We just highlight it, then click on this more, and then you find this text color, and then you can select either these default colors of WordPress, recommended ones, or you select custom colors. So that's how we create colors. That's how we set colors. So those are the things that you can perform on what? On a paragraph. Let us look at more things that you can do. Click here, options. We can duplicate this post. So if you duplicate it, there will be two posts of the same. Not post, same blocks, but duplicates. So if you want to do faster things, you can create same blocks but duplicates. By using that, click on a block and then click on duplicate. So insert before, if you want to insert some content before this, maybe on top of this, you can click here, tap, and then they'll be able to create you a place to write a paragraph before. Can you see? Paragraph before. Okay. So if I click here, paragraph after, I click here and then you see insert after, then it will enable us to create a paragraph after. If we click on this, I want to delete it. How do I delete it? I think you move over it. We shall see how to delete it. Okay, that's paragraph before and paragraph after. We can write this one, we can edit as HTML. If you know basics of HTML, you can click there and then you'll be able to modify this HTML. If you want to go back to visual edit, you just click there and then and click back, edit visually. Okay, so if you know some basic HTML, you can click and then you can edit this block as a what? As HTML. So you can group these posts. So that's all, and your shortcuts, they will be here in case you want to do the shortcut. Ctrl Shift D, it will enable you to duplicate. Ctrl Alt T, it will enable you to create and insert a paragraph before. Ctrl Alt Y, it will make you to create a paragraph after this. So Ctrl plus, it will make you to hide this block. So that's how we create a paragraph. And if I update here and then I come back and refresh here, we shall see our paragraph has been updated with the crosses and the italics and then the links. So we proceed. We looked at another block. So if I want to create a block, I can move over. You see, another way to create, instead of clicking here on a plus, you can as well click in space and then click here and then move your mouse over here. Why is it not showing? I think it's because you duplicated it. What I'm trying to mean, you see, if you move your mouse down here, you see, add block. So you can also use that one if you want to add a block immediately after here, or use this plus. Okay, one of the way. So if I click on this add block, then I'll be shown the same things that we were shown here when we added a block. So paragraph, it's over. An image, let us see how we insert images. So to click an image, you'll be able to insert an image either by uploading or from a link, or from the library. These are the image that we have already uploaded on what? On our website. So if I want to reuse an image, I have to click here on media library. If I want to start a website using an image using a link, I can paste here the link of an image. So for example, if I want to insert this image using a link, I can simply, let me click on this image and then right click and then say copy what? Copy image address. Okay, so if I come and paste this one here, this image, I click on submit, you see it has been inserted into our website straight without any hassle, just from another website. So I'll just delete that. I want us to show another way of creating certain image. So I'll click here on plus, and then we are in this image. I can upload an image from what? From media library. Okay, so in case I'd used the image before, I can reuse it. Remember, we say that you can even search an image here, or I can upload from my computer. I've already shown you that. So I can, maybe I want to reuse this one. I'll just click there and then select. Then this image will be able to be reused. So let us look at possible things. You can even resize this image. You can resize its height. You can play with these things, you know. So let us look at possible things that you can do on image. So I'll click on this image, and then you see we have this other, the first option here. We can change this image. Is it to default? You can change it to be rounded. So if it is rounded, it will be this kind of rounding. So if it was a square image, it could be a perfect circle. But since it is not a square image, it will be that kind of rounding. So we click there, we set it back to default. So that's how you set a rounded image. You can make this image to be a cover. A cover image is an image that will allow you to write in front of it. You see, this one is background, and we can put here our simple paragraph. Okay, that's what you call a what? A cover. You can play with this cover image by simply clicking on it, and then you see you can set it to be align center, align left, and then you can say it should be maybe full width. Then it will make sure it is 100% wide. You see, full width, you see it is full 100%. You can bring it back to align center, then it will always be centered. You can replace this image by either uploading another image or from a library that we already uploaded before. You can click on other things here. These are just like the one that we had on back on the paragraph that we looked at, which is duplicating, inserting before, insert after, and making it a group, or remove this image in our page. So that's a paragraph, a cover image. So if you go back, want to transform it back to a normal image, you just click here and then say transform back to the normal image. Then you see it is back to the normal image. And then these are possible things that you can do on normal image. Media image, this is a kind of image where one side there is content and another side there's an image. I hope you've seen something like that before. For example, I can put this content this side, and then on this side there's a what? There's an image. So we can also play with that cover image, content image, by maybe changing this paragraph to a list or to any other way, or click on this content image and then you can play with it. Maybe I say the image should be right, then it should be right and the content will be on the left. So you can play with it here. You can play with it, okay, and learn more. So if I click here, it will be moved on top, and then if I click here, it will be moved down. So that's how we make a content image. Let me leave this content image there. I'll just duplicate it, okay? So if I duplicate it, I'll just duplicate it. You can undo if you want to go back. If you did a mistake, you can press Ctrl and Z. You see, I did a mistake. So if I want to undo, I click here, Ctrl Z, or there. Or if I want to undo, I want to duplicate this whole post. So I have to click on it and then say duplicate. Then I have two same posts. So let us play with this one. So I'll click on the image and then click here on the transform. I'll put it back to the normal image. And then again I click back, and then in fact so I click there, and then I'll be able to see other things that I can perform this image. You can create it to a gallery, and you can make this image to be downloadable by just putting this file. If we select from a file, then this image will be downloadable. We can align this image, align left, align right, align full image, full width. Then it will be full width, as you can see there. I can make back not from bring it back from full width. Okay, here from alignment, maybe I put it medium width, then it will be, that's a medium width. So you can play with these ones, align center, all of them, they're there. So I can replace this image with a link. If I want to make this one an image, a link maybe to the exact post, I can click here, and then I'll be able to do what? To add a special link where this image will be taken. But if I leave it by default, this image will be the link to the image itself, so that if the user clicks on this link, they'll see this image in a what? In full. But if it's an external link, I can just simply put here the external link, and then I submit. Then it means that when someone click on this image, they'll be taken to the content where the link that I placed here is. So that, for example, let me assume that I want to make it an external a link. So I'll copy this, and then this one I paste there. Okay, then I say enter, I submit. Then this image will be clickable with the link that we have that we pasted. Still, I can also say this link should do what? Should be open a new tab by just simply putting here. So it will be open in the new tab. So that's how we create an image and the link, and that's all about images. So I want to create another tab, so I simply click on this plus, and then let me use this one. Click on plus. We're finished image. Cover image, it is just like the same of image, but remember, cover image, you looked at it, is the one, can you see on this side here, you just put your eyes here, is the one that will enable you to make something like that, some text in front and with a background of image in form of that cover. So we look at headings. So headings, they enable us to format, to organize our content. For example, you may have subtopics inside the page. So maybe I can say, let me say, for example, what? I don't know, how should I? Okay, let me say, what should I write about? A subheading, what should I write about? Okay, let me say it's a website, a news website. I want to put their subheading, okay? So subheading, maybe you have Africa news. So this is a what? A subheading. How did I do it? It is H2. And then here under African news, maybe I can put another subheading of this. So I can put other news about Africa. So I can make it heading 3. So sorry, I leave this one as heading 2, and then I click here on bottom and make it another heading here, heading. But this is going to be a subheading to this one, so I'll have to make it heading 3. Maybe African politics. African politics. So if I want to make another subheading to the same post, to the same heading, I can simply click on this plus, and then maybe also select heading again and make it a what? Heading what? Heading 3, because it is under this heading 2. So I can say maybe African what? African food. Okay, and then so it means that I can also put here what? My paragraph before this. See, I can put here my simple paragraph. This is a simple paragraph. So if you have a long document, you can organize it in form of what? Of topics and subtopics. And how do you make that? We do it by using headings and subheadings. So the heading 1, you can ask, why am I not seeing the H1? You see, I cannot see H1. The H1 is already taken by the title, and there must be only H1, which is the title or the heading, the main heading for your post. So H1, it will be reserved for the title. So these others, we begin from heading 2. You can make as many as you can, and then and subheadings to heading 3 and heading 4. subheading 3 and subheading 4. For example, you see here, this is heading 2. Maybe African news. Now I want to write under African news, have African politics. So this will be heading 2. And then I can write there a lot of paragraphs. Then this is African food. Then under here I can write a lot of paragraphs under African food. But all of them, they are under heading 3, heading 2. And these are heading 3s under heading 2 because these are subtopics of the other one. So you can think, don't memorize that it should always be African news and whatever. No, it can be as many field as you want. Everything almost in this world, they have headings and subheadings. For example, you can say computers. Then in under computers, you put heading 3, you write about computers. Then under computers, you put laptops, desktop, and Macs, and iPads, and mobile phones. Then under mobile phone, then you put Motorola, you put Samsung, you put iPhone, you put what? And then, remember, that was heading 2. Then you come again to heading 2 that you have for desktop. Again, you subcategorize it. So these heading 1s and heading 2, they help us to structure our document. Those who have written some thesis or some reports, they really understand what is meant by heading 1 and heading 2 and heading 3. So we can range up to heading 6. But this heading 1, it's not recommended because it's reserved for the main title of your post. So that's all about headings. To format an heading, you have the same features like the way you formatted a paragraph. You can make this one to be bolded. You can make a link. We've already seen how to make a link, etc. So we got another block. That was heading. We can create a cover image. You've already looked at it. A media photo. You see, just put your eyes here. Can you see? Put your eyes here. We have already looked at that. Content, which is they enable us to create a photo and a what? And an image. So we come to a list. So this list will enable us to create a list in our website. For example, African food. You see that? Okay, let me make you see this is a heading. So heading 2. So I'm going to list African food. So I'll come to Google and search African food. African food. Okay, so there we are. Top 5, top 10 African foods. Let me write a list of African foods. You see, I have African foods. Now I'm going to write a list of African food. How did I reach there? I'll come back, click on plus under here, and then click on what? On a list. Or click on this and then click on a list. Then you'll be able to be given a list. So if you mind about the ordering of a list, you have to select ordered list here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't mind about the ordering of a list, you can select here an ordered list. So African food, we have number 1, pepevelis. So I'll paste this one here. So if I want to create another list item, I press enter. Then you see another item. So I'll come here. Boom. Okay. I'll select this one. Copy. And then I paste. Press enter. Piri piri chicken. Hey, that must be chili. So I'll copy this also. I'll paste. So if I mind about the order, I can click here on the order. Then it will be ordered list. If I don't mind about the order, I can click here and then it will be an ordered list. Then you can also come and play with your block here. Okay, so I can say an ordered list. So there is also one more thing that I'll have to show you. Maybe a sub list. Okay, maybe I want to write top African foods and I want to begin by arranging them to maybe Nigeria. Okay, so this list I want to be as a sub list of Nigeria. So if I want to make it a sub list, this has to be in front of this. So to make a sub list, you click on here. Then you see it has been made a sub list. You see a sub list and a sub list. So maybe I want to write for Uganda. So if I want to go back to the normal, I click here. Then you see number 2. This is 1. Then under Nigeria I have 1, 2, 3. Then I want maybe Uganda. So I can make also a sub list for Uganda by just simply click on this. Then I have a sub list. Then let me select some foods here, and I'll make this one to be Uganda. Press enter. I'll select this one to be also Uganda, and then I select this one to be also Uganda food. So that's how we make a sub list. Again, if I want to go back, I can click here on indent back. Then I also add a sub list. You can put another sub list like that, like that, like that. Maybe this is maybe Kenya food. So you see, we begin with a subheading African food. Under this, we made a list of African food, and then you have a sub list as we have seen here. So if we update and we come to our post, I open it in a new tab here. You see, this is how our post has looked like. We have this content image, have this cover image 100%. We have here a heading. You see, it's a little bit bigger, a subheading, and then some explanation. African food, then a subheading. Then you have some list and its sublist. So that's how we create a list, and that's how we play with a list. So you can be as creative as you want, even creative better than me, and use this knowledge to create something amazing more than this. You see, I started with COVID. After COVID, pictures. I'm now in African foods. So I want just to explain that's a lot of things. That's why I end up using different examples. But when you create your post to be seen in the world, you don't need to play with things like that. Okay, so we go to something else. So click on plus. Okay, we shall click on plus. List, it's over. Cover image is over. Media image is over. We come to quote. So to click on quote, so this will enable us to write a quote. So let me search about some quotes. Maybe Mahatma Gandhi. That's a genius in quotes. Mahatma Gandhi. That's all right. Mahatma Gandhi quotes. Okay, so we have the first quote by Mahatma Gandhi. Where is it? Okay, let me click here. Okay, there's the first quote of Mahatma Gandhi. So I'll have to copy the quote. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. So I'll paste here the quote, plain text, and then I write the one who wrote this quote here, which is Mahatma Gandhi. I'll paste here. Okay, so it can be a link also. It can as well be a link by simply selecting it and then make it a link, and then you can reference to where we got this quote. So that's how we make we make a quote inside a WordPress website. You can play with these things like bolding, all of these. We have already looked at them. You see, bolding and all the rest. We have looked at them. So in simple terms, that's how I write a quote. So if I update, I publish. If I come and refresh here, we'll see our quote will look like this. Can you see? This line, and then the author, and then the quote itself. So that's it. So we proceed to something else. So I click on plus to add something else. Gallery, that will be your home task. It's just simple. You can make a gallery by clicking there and then upload some photos. You see, maybe I want this and this and this and this. These are necklaces. Okay, so if I put those necklaces, I can be able to create my simple gallery, or WordPress will organize for me a simple gallery. You can play with it, whether it should be 100%, whether it should be centered, whether full width. You can play with it here, but that's a simple gallery that WordPress can create for me. So if I come and refresh, you see, I have that beautiful gallery, and people can be able to see my gallery. Beautiful. See? So you can play with this gallery, maybe organizing the photos. There's not too much thing to do with gallery. Just a gallery is a group of It's a group of photos. Yeah, you can play with them here. Okay, photos per column. Maybe I want 2 photos per column. Maybe, see, there are now 2 photos per column. Maybe I want 3 photos per column. Then there will be 3 photos, and the last one will be down here. Maybe I want to crop the image, I want them to be original. I want to create a link, I can put a link there. I can say it should be attached to the large email or the full size image. So you can play with them here. So you see I put the link to the attachment. So if I refresh here, now you can see these images. When I put a link to attachment, these images are clickable, and when I click on it, it will show the full image. Or if I say the whole details about this image. So if I don't want link to attachment, I say link to media file. Let me update, come and refresh. If I put link to media file, I click on it, you see it will show 100% of this link. If I go back, you see they're now clickable. If I click here, it will show 100% link to the media file. So that's how we make a gallery, and that's how you can set our gallery. So we proceed to another block. You can create this block. You can come and play. Maybe this. I can add a caption. That's what I'm trying to do here. You see caption here. I can write here. Hey, what have I done? I don't know. Okay, click here. This is a simple necklace. Gallery. What's the spelling of gallery? Okay, caption. Okay, this is a simple necklace caption. So our gallery can have such kind of caption. So we go to another tab, another block. Click on there, add block. So these most used blocks, they are over. Okay, so let us look at common blocks. So I click on common blocks, paragraphs. We have already covered it. You see, these are just most used blocks. These are just like a shortcuts, but they are real positions. For example, a paragraph, it will be here. So I have paragraph, we've already looked at it. Image, we've already looked at it. Headings, we've already looked at it. List, we've already looked at it. Cover, we already looked at it. Quote, we have already looked at it. Gallery, done. Audio, maybe I want to upload an audio in my page. So I'll simply click on audio, and then I can upload this audio. So to upload an audio, I can either use the one which was in my gallery or get it from a link. So let me get an audio. I think I have some MP3 here. So let me see. I have some MP3 Alikiba. MP3. Good. I have some MP3 here called RG. My friend, she sent it to me, my friend. Yeah, so I'm going to put an audio. So I click on upload, and I will just, I can click on media, and then I drag and drop it, okay? Drag and drop it. So it will upload, take some time, because it is around 6 MBs. So it will go to our server. And anyone in the world, they can see this audio at this moment. So so you see the content about the audio, it will be automatically extracted and put there. The song is called RJ by Alkiba. It was uploaded by these ninjas of Howie Music. Then I can select this audio. I can put the caption. Then I say select. Then this audio will be there. So I can set some things about audio alignment. I can click there and see how I can group them. If I want this audio to be downloadable, I have to set it as a file, then it will be downloadable. I can replace this audio with something else, but I'll leave it the way it is. So that's all about the audio. So if you click on it, you'll have some possible things here. Can you see? Possible things to do with this audio on this side block. Just click on it, and then you see. So we can have autoplay in case you want, when someone visits this website, automatically this audio should start playing. You can put the autoplay. You can say it should be loop, so it means that after when it finishes, it should loop. Preload, it means that it should be loaded automatically, or with when someone visits, then it should load when someone clicks on it. So advanced CSS, the rest. So if I can update, I come and refresh here. I'll come, you see, our audio has come. So it is because we put preload automatic, that's why it is delaying. So automatically it has started playing. I don't know if you can hear that because, okay, for me it is playing. So that's it. What are these options? This is users can even download it. That's beautiful. So if the users, they're on our website, so you can make your website and be sharing what? Music if you want to. You see, e-news, and then this is a bit slow. This is the side for the users, and then the post is going to appear. Firefox is slow. You see, COVID, and in COVID I've made a lot of things. So you see, the audio is here. So because it's an autoplay, it will automatically play. So if you click there, it will start playing. Okay. So if you're not logged in, it will not show the download button, I think. Yeah. So that's how we put audios inside a WordPress post. I can say it should not autoplay until someone clicks on play. So that's a good user experience, not to just play things until without permission. So I can write Aje by Alikiba. So that's a song. Okay, someone sent it to me. So I'll click here. Command blocks, that one is over. You can upload a file. Maybe you want someone to download a certain file, maybe some PDF. So I can say upload, and then I'll come and search here maybe some PDF. The PDF. This is a book for my young bro. I can upload it here. So it is a file. Maybe it is a file I want someone to be able to download this file in our website. So I can upload it. Oh, what is it saying? Maybe it is too heavy. Let me upload a simple one. This one. Okay. The other one was too. Okay, the other one was too heavy maybe. So I'll select this one, and then I can put description of this file. So I can select, and then you see it is that beautiful, right? People can download an image. I can even change this text. Okay, how to change this text? By just simply clicking on how do you change this text? By just editing it, on this block, file, some text, attachment, a link to it. If you want someone who want to download it, should be open new tab. If you want to be downloadable or not to download, you see, you set it from here. So other things you can set them from here. These are the name of the file that we used when we uploaded this image, you see. But you can rename it. Okay, you can rename it when you upload it. Let me just change it. Transform to, again, to group. Let me delete it. I think let me upload again faster. So I'll come file, I'll say this one. So here we are going to load our previously used files. It is here. So I can change the name here. Maybe download, report 2020. Apple. Okay, COVID. Which report? COVID report. COVID-19. It's now funny. COVID-19 report, April 2010. So people can be able to download this. So you see, that's the name. And then if I want to make it downloadable or not downloadable, I'll put it here. So I'll update, and then if someone come and refresh the Firefox, how to look like, then this file, it is downloadable. So if we click here, you see, this file will be able to download it, and I see it is going to open with my PDF reader. This file for my friend, it is a PDF. So that's how we make a download and upload it file. So we go to another block. I'll click there. I'll be faster. Video, good. Video. I can upload a video straight. I can make a video from media file, or can make a video from the link. Let me get a YouTube video. Let me see how YouTube video look like. YouTube video. Let me see what they'll show me. The first result will be my video. Numa by Munji. It's a song. What is this one? Nenda. Okay, let me put a motivation video. Okay, copy this and come and paste this video link here and then submit. Then boom, it will be like a YouTube video. So if WordPress recognizes this video, they'll make it a thumbnail like that. So someone will see browsing our website, they'll be able to see this YouTube video, and if they click on it, they'll be able to stream the video within our within our website. You see, it's really beautiful. You can as well upload your video by simply doing what? Doing the upload instead of doing what? What is it? Common video. So you can upload direct from your media if you want to. But me, I used the link and you saw how I did it. If you didn't, then rewind back this video and you'll see how I did it. So that's common links. Common blocks. Video is over. Audio is over. All the common blocks, we have explored them. Formatting. Okay, this formatting will enable us to do the old okay, the code. If you want to write some code, some piece of code, something that should not be formatted, you can do that. Let me get here some HTML code. How do I get HTML code? Okay, Ctrl U. I'll see the HTML source code. This is what you call the code. Okay, so those who know some coding, okay, maybe you want to put a certain part of code inside your website, and you don't want this code to be you want it to remain exactly the way it is. So I'm going to copy this code and then I'll paste it here. How did I do that? Let me go back. Just click on what? On plus. Then you come to what? Formatting, code, then you paste there the code. This code will remain exactly the way it is here. Let me paste text. You see? This code will remain exactly the way it is without doing what? Without being changed. Without being changed. You see? So those who know what is meant by a code, I can write a snippet of a code here, and if I come and refresh this side, you can see this code was not changed. It was exactly the way it is, because those who understand what is meant by coding, a code is never formatted. If you change anything in a code, then it will mean something else. Those who know what is meant by a code. So that's how you can insert. Maybe you're teaching something in your website, and you start. For example, let me come here. HTML code. Okay, let me say there's a C programming fresh to refresh. Let me show you what I'm trying to mean. Basics. I'm trying to be okay. You see, this is what you call a code. Those who know programming, they know what I mean. So let me copy this piece of code, and then if I want to insert certain piece of code, I can select this one and then I paste it there. Sorry, let me paste as just a plain text. I'll just paste as a plain text. Right click and then paste. It's not appearing like the way I want, but I'm a programmer. I have a lot of codes here. Let me open just my piece of code. Delaying you guys. I'm delaying you guys. Okay, this is my simple piece of code. I want to appear exactly the way it is, so I'll come back to my WordPress, select this, and then paste. Can you see? Then after pasting, I can format this code. Then I'll just update. So the code, when someone will visit my website, they will see the code exactly the way how I uploaded, without it being formatted. So when you want to publish a code, that's how we publish a code. It shouldn't be changed even in any way. So that's, you find it in formatting and then code. Where is it? Common blocks? No, not common blocks. Most used common blocks. I've looked at it. Let me collapse it. Formatting, then code. So if you want to create a table, you click here, table. Then you write the number of columns. Maybe I want 3, 4 columns, and maybe 5 rows. Okay, 3 columns and 5 rows. Okay. Then say create a table. You see, they'll bring for me something beautiful like that one. Then I can start. Maybe I want the headings to be bolded and all this. We can do that using this. So maybe I can say ID, and then I can press the tab key to move to another tab, and they say name, and then I put country. Okay, so I can come here and say maybe 1001. It is Hadija, Hadi, my best friend, Gambia. And then I come here, I come 1002. It is my young bro, Bambale Mahidin. And then I'll put there, and maybe Uganda. And then if I come here, I can put another. So that's how we create a what? And that's how we create a table. As simple as that. You have something beautiful like that. If you want this to be bolded, you can just select this one, bolded, and then bolded. The remaining things are just like the way we did. You can insert a link. You can start a new column. You can start a new row. You can delete a column. You can delete a row. Like that. So that's how we create a table, and that's how we format a table. So we go to another block. I'll simply click on plus and then come to table. So these most used blocks are over. We come to formatting blocks. We have classic editor. This classic editor, they'll give you the old way of writing WordPress. Those who use old WordPress, you can bring back the classic editor like that. And then this is how the classic editor looks like. In fact, it is almost everything that we have looked at, but all wrapped in one way. So that's how the classic editor is. Nothing big here. You can, everything, bolding, italics, list, all of these things, we have looked at them. But all of them will be wrapped in a one way. And how do you do that? We use that using a classic editor. So there is nothing big, okay, in classic editor. So I'll click on plus and then come back to most used. Formatting is where we are. Classic editor, we have looked at it. Custom HTML, if you want to write your own HTML code, you can write it here and then it will be formatted using HTML. Performatted also, I don't know what that. So if you want to write a pull code, like a code which is outstanding, I can do that using that. Let us see Mahatma Gandhi here. Let's look at this another code. I'll just copy this, paste it here, but don't do that thing of copying. You have to write your own. So I'll come and select the name and paste it there. That's the second style of a what? Of a quote. You call it a pull quote, and you'll find it inside there. You can even set the colors at this point. You'll find it inside the formatting section. Then you'll have this part. You see, that's a pull quote. And then the author is there. And then you can also make it a link. You see HTML code, our table, our YouTube video, our play song, our downloadable song, downloaded PDF, our gallery, our list and other lists, our headings, our cover image, our content image, our paragraph, our thumbnail. So I'll click on plus, I'll collapse that. I'll come back to formatting. That's all about formatting. Okay, so I'll collapse that one also. So before we end out today's class, we can look at what? layouts. This one will enable us to organize our content. Maybe you want to put a button, a spacing. Spacing, it separates between two elements. You want a separator. Read more. Maybe you want to break your content, like you want someone to read more at a certain point. Okay, let me look at some layouts. So if I come here, on top of this, I can put a read more. So to read more, I'll come to layout, and then I come to more. So if I do like this and I update, now when someone visits our website, I refresh, this is how they look like. Can you see? And then at that point, they'll have a read more button. You can format it here, and then you can click on it, and then you can play with it. I mean, you can break it. So you see, by default, so if I come to our main website, the main website, I mean, if I come to home, I'm trying to explain something here. If I come to home, you see, continue reading has been inserted here. Otherwise, if you don't put continue reading, then the whole post will be posted on the home page, which is not good. But I can break. I say that at a certain point, someone should have a read more button. So I said before, after this list, someone should click on read more to see the full post. So that's how we do it. And immediately when they click on that read more, they'll be able to see the. I can move this one up to see the whole post. Otherwise, it will be posted at the home page, which is not good user experience. So I'll come down, I'll click on a plus, and then I collapse this one. I come to layouts. You have a read more button. You have a page break. This one will break a page, and it will also allow someone to read more. We have a column. Maybe we want to write our content in form of columns. You see, if I want 3 columns, then I can do like this. Then I can click on plus and then put here maybe anything, any block. It can be a paragraph, it can be anything. You see, let me come and copy this. For example, formatting, I'll be able to put here 1 paragraph. I click on this plus, I can put here even an image. You see, I put there an image, you see, in the middle, and then on this plus, I put there what? I put there another paragraph. Can you see? No, I didn't want a paragraph. I wanted just plus paragraph. Yeah, there, like that. So there we go. So can you see that? It's beautiful. So I can be able to organize my content in that way. So you can come and play with that. You can make this paragraph a drop cap. I forgot to show you that drop cap. The big letter at its beginning. So you can come and play with this read more here on the block. I mean, so you can come and play this formatting with this on this side of this block on this side. Can make it have a different background. Normal, default, the text color, and the colors of the background. So that is about the formatting and the columns. Formatting columns. You see? I'm not formatting. In fact, it is layout. So you can make the columns. You can play with these columns and make them in a different way. You can have a 2 double layout, a 3 layer double layout, a 4 layout. You can make it 100% and all the rest. So I can delete this. I don't need this now. Okay, so if I want to come back, I click back and then click on plus. So we look at widgets. So widgets, these are things that are inside the WordPress, and then we can reuse them. They are already in the WordPress, but we want to use them. I mean to reuse them. It's just like a content that inside the WordPress, and you can reuse them any part in the website, in a post, in a page, anywhere. So if I want to put a short code, I'll have to come a widget and put a short code of something. We shall look at short codes later. If I want to put some archives, like a list of posts, I can put these archives. If I want to put a calendar inside my post, I can put it here by just simply clicking on the calendar and then it will be posted inside my post. So within a post, we can even put something like a what? Like a calendar. Time is over here. I'll stop it. I'll make another one for 30 minutes and then I'll end this video. So that's how we create a widget inside the post. So we have a lot of widgets. You can come and play with them as many as you want. You see, we have a search. Maybe you want a search button within your post. You want feeds. You want tags. You want share buttons. You see, that's beautiful, right? You have latest posts inside your post. You can also set them here. So if I want share buttons, I can put them there. Can you see? I put them there here. I can move them even down. You see, I can move them down, 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 down. Maybe at the end of our post. So I have these share buttons. So to click on them, I can click on them and then I modify them. So which share buttons I want? Which style do I want? This default one, or I want this one with this kind of images. So I can play with them. Maybe they should be in the center. So I can enable some and I can disable some. So I can click here and enable maybe Facebook share. So it will be there. You see, I can enable Facebook share button. I can enable Google Play share button, Snapchat share button, and many other. YouTube share, YouTube, Goodreads, all of them. I can enable it. Like I can put here a link for those ones. So that's how I create share buttons. Okay, so we go to another block. So here to be able to share on what? On WordPress. So we go to another block. So widgets, search, latest posts, the comments. You can also put all those ones. So I'll remove that. I'll come to the last one, which is the embeds. Very important, really, really important. So embeds is the ability to get a post from another website into your website. Maybe I want to embed a YouTube video. So to embed a YouTube video, I'll click YouTube video and then I'll go to YouTube. Maybe I want this video. I'll just get this another video. So you right click on this YouTube and then you say copy URL. Okay, copy URL, and then I'll come to my website and then paste the URL and then embed. So it will process and then they will make for us a YouTube video inside our website like that. I can put motivation as a caption every morning as a caption. Okay, so that's how we embed a YouTube video. A tweet. That's how we embed a tweet by simply coming to embed. Then you click on embed and then you paste there the URL to what? To a tweet. So for this post, for this video, we shall stop from there. You can come and embed as many things as you want, but for this post, for this video, we shall stop from here. I've almost explained everything that you need to know about about a post. So it will be up to you to practice and make sure that you understand everything that I've talked about. See you in the next session, and thank you for watching. So if I update, before I update, let's first look how it looked like. So if I go to the view post, this is how it will look like. Almost everything that we need to do with the WordPress. A YouTube video embed, columns, WordPress share, and embedding, and the Twitter has failed and Facebook has failed. I don't know why. So that's how we create a post and manage a post using WordPress. So let us meet in the next video, and thank you for watching.